What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's probably been 3 weeks, probably a month now since I put a video out. That's because, well, life happens and I like to go on vacation every once in a while. I like to spend time with my family and, well, it is what it is. So, time to get another video out. It's going to be a quick one because, well, it seems like quick videos are a lot better than these long drawn-out videos I have been doing. So, we'll knock out something pretty quick. Do have a lot of projects going on in the shop, but yet again, I got some personal stuff. I got some more customer stuff going on, and wasn't really quite ready to put those videos out in the old YouTube internet world to do anything. So here we go. Today, we are going to take an old Step that is off this 1979 Dodge Uline truck. We're going to fix all that rust repair on there and hopefully get it to match kind of what we already did for this side, the other side. So stick around. Let's get. All right, first things first, get a measurement left to right, top to bottom, cut out a rectangle. Here we go. All right, as far as this bead goes here, it's just going to be a 1/2 inch bead. Looks like it's about right in the dead center of that distance. So I'm just going to run a line here, take a measurement pretty much from the end of this roll to that roll, mark it on here, put in that old bead roller, and we'll get some sort of structure in there. All right, there's the line. I'm going to go pretty much from that to there. And what's going to happen, when I put this bead in there, it's going to want to curl this end up. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and kind of pre-stretch this in the English wheel, and then once I put it over here into the bead roller, it should kind of level itself out, kind of back to its normal shape. So let me go ahead and pre-shrink this, and then, or pre-stretch this, and then we'll shrink it. So stretch it, shrink it. Hopefully it goes back to its regular form. All right, so see how it's starting to go. Now when I stretch it or shrink it, now it should come back to that. Well, back to this. Now I guess I should show you guys the panel, how it went kind of back straight. So was a smiley face, and then we put it back to annoyed face. All right. So one thing I do like to do, if you look, this bead roll does not actually, or the die does not actually completely define that edge there or there, both sides obviously. So what I like to do, I got a leather punch set. That's a 1/2 inch bead. So I take this. What I do is, instead of it being, well, rounded to be kind of a hole to punch out of leather, what I did was just kind of ground off half of that. And now I kind of can finish off my corners off on this bead roll. So just kind of set her down, kind of get in there for the edges. Now, if you look, you can actually see how it's defined. It kind of, oh, there it goes. Rounded it off, push that corner down. It doesn't look like it's just kind of free form. It looks like it actually cuts and stops off. So that's what I like to do on the end of mine. Somewhere you just kind of leave it because you ain't gonna really notice it on that step. But for me, that's just kind of like what I like to do to kind of finish off my edges. So, all right, what's next? All right, so up next, I've got to put a flange on this. So I've got to roll that at pretty much a 90 degree where that line is. And that's where this tip and die right here on the bead roller comes into play. So if you remember the step, this is going to be the top. Well, top, and that'll be the bottom. This is the face of it. So I've got to have some sort of flange on here to lay flat so I have a surface for that triangle. The rectangle panel on top to weld to. So what I did is transfer my lines. That's kind of center. This is where I need to flange both sides. Transfer it to the other side, and we'll run it through here. As we run it through, I'll keep tightening as I go, but pulling up on the panel to eventually get some sort of 90 degree right on it. So let's get it. All right, there we go. Can you see that? Got some sort of 90 flange on it. Rounds up. We'll get the kind of deformity out of it once we start stretching and shrinking this lip. So onto the shrinker, whichever one. Not really sure which one we're gonna go to first. Okay, so what I'm gonna do now is kind of transfer some marks. I'm gonna kind of mark the center-ish. It doesn't have to be, as long as your marks where the curve starts and kind of a reference point begins and ends. It doesn't matter if it's centered up or anything like that. So just kind of make a mark where I thought was kind of close to center. And there's another mark here where it looks like that curve starts. That distance between there is 5 inches. 9 to 4 is 5 inches. This one between this one and that one, it looks like 4 inches. So if this is sitting this way, right, here's my mark. I transfer the mark to there. Bring the mark over 5 inches, make a mark. You can see that, and then same thing. We'll start at 4 and bring it over to 8. Now, I usually just start on an even number. Around my corners, it looks like the curve stops at 5 inches that way. And if that one is 4, and then that's 5, then this is 5, and that's 4. I know, it makes sense. And then that one, yep, it's 4. Now the curvature from pretty much here, can't even see that. Yeah. Now the curvature from here to where I measured, yeah, I did measure. Curvature from here to here, the stopping is 4 inches. On this one from here to there is 5 inches. So transfer those marks. See that? There's my 4, just whatever, 4 inches there. 5 inches there, and that is the area in which I need to shrink. I can't go outside that area. I'm actually going to start in the center of those 2 lines and just keep shrinking. Hopefully never make it even to these lines, but just keep shrinking on the inside center of there, and I should start getting some sort of curvature thing right there going on. So, all right. All right, so this is the stretcher, this is the shrinker. Kind of broke my pedal, linkage, whatever for this, so we'll just be doing a hand. So I want to shrink, which is this black one. We're going to keep shrinking inside there, like I was saying, until we kind of start matching what that rusty panel over there looks like. So kind of get that in there in the center, and just start biting. See, there you go. That panel's starting to curve. It's going to be a tight curve. Obviously, 90s are tight. And the radius of that circle wasn't that big. What was it? 4 inches, that'd be a quarter. So it's about a 2-inch hole. So it's a very tight curve. So it's just going to take some time and patience, and hopefully get that thing to start bending. All right, got it pretty much where I want it as far as everything's going. And first initial fit, nice tight there. This can actually slide back. It's hitting here. I have excess, that's fine. Slide it back there. And well, I just shrink that middle. That'll close this up, which I'm very happy with. The way that is. So, you know, it's kind of starting to look like something. All right, next up, go ahead and do this panel. So we're gonna get a left to right, front to back, kind of add the back here, add this extra stick there, and then we'll just break those corners, break that corner, and we'll put some sort of, you know, kind of like we did here. Put another 1/2-inch bead into it, and rather than having all them dimple holes like that, we'll kind of bring it into the, you know, late 20s, 2020s, 4s, 2022s, or whatever you want to call it. With that. All right, let's get some measurements, get that thing cut out, and back to the bead roller. All right, that's pretty much done. There's a few corners I'll probably dolly out or whatever, but basically what I did, there's my, well, this lip right here is the top, this is the face of it. I took a piece of sheet metal, put underneath of it, drew a pattern out, should fit in there like that. Took the old one over there, measured the height, measured the kick. That would be the height and the kick. Took and ran it down the bead roller again. That's I think it's a 3/8. No, that's a 1/2-inch rounded die, I guess you call it. So now what's left? Pretty much get that tacked in the top corner, and well, very bottom lip where this line is, we'll flange that back into it, give it this look, and well, we are just about done. So, old one, new one. Wow, camera definitely makes that look a little bit wider than it should be. Here's it wider. Nope, it's not. Very good. Anyways, looking through the camera, this one looked way wider than that one. Anyways. Yes, that's a little bit taller because, like I said, there's a flange right there I have to remove. So I'm going to go ahead and get this all tacked in, get it ground down to kind of make it look like one piece. And, well, should be pretty close to being done and wrapping up this video. So, weld time. All right, got it all welded up, but I have got to hit the road. I've got a few things I got to do this evening, plus it's dinner time, and I'm tired. So, all it's welded up. So tomorrow morning we'll come out here bright and early, get that thing pretty much ground down, smooth down, get it looking like that one. And there was, well, it's still a little hot, but there's 0 warpage. So that's always a plus. It's always a good sign when you don't warp your metal. So, I'm good anymore. I'm calling this good for the evening, and we'll see you guys in the morning. All right, we are back at it this morning, and today is the final touches to get this thing kind of where I want it before I send it off to paint and kind of get a little body work a little bit here and there. So, here we are. Came out this morning, went ahead and ground down all the welds, got everything as smooth as possible, and well, maybe looking at why there's clamps on here, and well, that's because we've got to roll this edge right here. So what I did, I went ahead and took it's pretty much a 2x12, I believe, cut it to the form of the step, and well, we're gonna hammer form this thing down. So I can't run this back through the bead roller because as it comes around these corners, it's going to take and distort this whole face of that. So got my depth set, got it nice and clamped, and now it's time to pretty much make this wood act as a dolly and start hammering them corners around until they're nice and flat. So slow and steady wins the race on this one because, well, going too fast and trying to get them to bend, you know, if I take an inch and bend that completely over, it's going to start distorting my metal. So I've just got to tap it over and just kind of slowly work that metal around each corner, each straight piece, whatever you want to call it. So let's get at it. All right, I went ahead and smoothed out the dolly here, the head of the dolly. That way, as I kind of start working my way around the panel, it doesn't have a bunch of scarring marks, chips, whatever, this, that, and the other stuff. Like I said, now, if I sat there and started working this corner and just kind of laid that corner flat, what's going to happen is that is going to buck out. These are going to want to do it. So just slowly start getting that metal to come around one at a time, and, well, it should work. All right, real quick, just so we can kind of get in there. If you look where that metal is shrinking together, there is this little rise right here. What I want to do is try to lock in this side and that side of this shrink pretty much. So if I keep hitting on the high side here, what's going to happen is it's just going to keep laying flat. So now it may just look like I'm hitting and tapping wherever I want to tap, but really I'm looking for these little hills. And then what I'm doing is hitting in front and back and kind of pinching and making those become one. Once they come together, then I flatten out my top side right there, that ridge. So it'll start just kind of wrapping itself around. All right, there it is. Got the block out of there. Everything came out pretty smooth like I want it. I'll come in here, like I said, I got the dolly and the jet, or it's in the vise. I'll get a dolly in here and kind of flatten these up a little bit, kind of really define this edge just a little bit more. But overall, yep, that's what I wanted. All right, this is it. That is it. That is a wrap for today's video. Here is the final look at it. Overall, I'm very happy with the way it came out. I could have patched this, could have patched that, but man, that would have just pissed me off a little bit more because every time I would have tried to patch something in, it would have blown a hole in it, whatever other rust is underneath here. So doing it kind of in these two pieces, doing it this way to me is a better product and a lot better quality. So yes, you may be thinking, well, it's got all these little ripples here, this, that, and the other, but that is a whole lot better than what stock was. So if you look, stock had the crinkles here from where they shrunk it here as well. This was probably stamped in some form or fashion. And well, I don't have that stamp, so I went ahead and just hammer and form that thing. So overall, very happy, very pleased with the way that came out. I'm sure once it goes to be put in, it's going to look a lot better than what that was too as well. So anyways, that is a wrap. That is the end, okay? There's no more to this video. So if you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button. If you are subscribed, I don't know, throw a comment out there, tell me what you like, tell me what you dislike, and possibly share this thing out, right? Okay, so let's get them views up. Let's get to, I think I'm at 1,750. Let's shoot for 2,000. I'd be happy with that. Heck, I'd be happy with 1,751. That's still one more person. So anyways, thanks a lot, guys, for sticking around to the end. We will see you next time.